Morning everyone. I feel like shit today. It's only 9:30 and although my body wants to sleep on, it can't. It literally can't. I've tried. It's too warm. So I've cracked the window in my other room, but I can't have this window open enough whilst having the curtain thingy down. It just doesn't work. The curtain thing just rolls up, which is really annoying because I can't have it both cool and dark in here at the same time, and I really want that, but I have to try with one of the windows fully cracked, and I might have to actually crack open the other one as well, a little bit more than what it is currently. But it is a beautiful day again. I don't want it to be a beautiful day. I actually sat outside a little bit yesterday. I didn't talk much last night before I fell asleep, and that's because I was in a lot of pain, but I have some of the pain still in my hands. I can feel them, but me, my dad and my mum actually went to some of our neighbours. My sister went to a friend. We went to some of our neighbours and hung out for a bit, so I got to sit a little bit in the sun. Am I tan yet? Probably not, but I don't really tan all that much. But it was nice, soaking up some of that vitamin D, but I'm exhausted and in a lot of pain, so I am going to be spending most of my day in bed, probably. I did order another thing of food as well, so they're going to be delivered sometime between 2 and 4 today. Funny thing is though, our front door works, but it doesn't look like it because it's not finished, so I'm a little bit unsure about how the person delivering that is going to react to that. So I forgot to add the message that you can come around the other way if that is possible, but I'm going to keep an eye out, and it's probably not going to be a problem. But I just want the temperature in this room to go down because it's ridiculously warm and I am melting. Wonderful lighting. You can see how absolute crazy my hair gets when it's really warm and humid outside. I made my way down to the basement because it's too warm for me to exist anywhere else in the house. Put Harry Potter on, just heated my second burrito. It looks kind of meh, to be honest. I think the next time I'm definitely gonna don't put the avocados in there because they do taste a little bit funny when they're heated up, but I have some carrots and some hummus, and I have an ice cream waiting for me in the freezer when that time comes. I'm gonna watch Harry Potter and just chill because it's too warm outside for me to do anything else right now. So my food order just arrived and it's a lot. There was a couple of things that it didn't have, and this time I ended up asking. Last time I told them not to find any substitute if anything was sold out. Today I did, just to see. One of the things was a bag of, like, oh my gosh, everything is everywhere. This one, which is the one they substituted in, and this is, it says nacho chips here, it's from Santa Maria, and this is the original one. I actually had one with cheese flavour on it, but that's fine. And that is the only thing that they told me they substituted, but I also found these. I bought these one last time to try, and I like them, but they're not my favourite one. My favourite one are the ones I've shown in a vlog previously that I can never remember the name of. And I ordered 3, but these are here instead. When I went to that store earlier this week, I didn't actually find it in store. There weren't anywhere where they usually have it. So I am kind of worried that they have taken this in instead of that one. But I found a different one from the same brand, so it is what it is. I'm a little sad because I do definitely prefer the other one. These ones are just way too sweet. They taste like pure sugar, not enough cocoa for my taste, but I'm going to show you what I ended up getting. I'm just going to start over here. I have a bottle of raspberry lemonade again. I have, this is a raspberry and strawberry smoothie that my mum wanted. Then I have some chili coated peanuts for my sister. Avocados, I have 2 of them somewhere. This is one is behind here. Then I have everything falling over. I have a cucumber here. I have 2 of these, which is just something that I have on my bread. Cheese dip and some salsa. More salsa because we're going to have tacos. More smoothies here. There you can see the avocado and the mess on the counter. 2 bell peppers, a head of lettuce in the back, some tortilla wraps, and I actually found a packet of gluten-free ones, but these are tiny compared to these ones, and I wasn't expecting that, but they were really cheap, so I'm gonna go for that anyway. Some guac spice mix because I'm lazy, more salsa, my red currant jelly that I love, and then they had this, which is new. It's for Jamaican jerk tacos, and I ended up getting the spice mix as well and some chicken to try that out, because I have tried Jamaican jerk chicken before and I do really like it. So I got the mango sauce as well as the spice mix here. That's some milk and some cereal. I have 2 packs of this, which is more nacho chips. You can see them back there. Minced chicken, some chicken fillets. This is sour cream. Taco spice mix, because again I am lazy. Then I have a couple of snacks here. I have this one, which I've tried before and I absolutely love them, but I don't think I've tried this flavour before. But it's essentially like crisps. This one I have tried and I absolutely love this. And they had this as well, which is purple or blue corn tortilla chips, which I'm excited about. And then I have my trusty hummus chips. These are from Semper, and it's the chili and lemon one, and I love them. And I think that's everything. Depending on what time it is, I'm gonna start cooking, because we're gonna have tacos, or the Norwegian version of tacos, for dinner. Which means I'm gonna use the bell pepper, I'm gonna mash up an avocado, the lettuce and everything, and the minced chicken with some of that and some of that. And some of that stuff. It's gonna be, and I just need to put everything away, and I'm gonna enlist some help from my sister because she's home, because I can't do everything at once. But this is my little grocery haul for mainly for dinner, like this weekend's dinner with taco things, and a crap load of snacks for me, because I love snacks. And this is the cereal thing. I'm fairly certain I mentioned the cereal thing earlier that I found that I hadn't eaten in a while. This is the one. My favourite one is the Cocoa Pops in the yellow box. The ones that looks like, I believe it's Rice Krispie treats, but with chocolate. Those are my favourite ones, but I do like this one a lot as well. So I bought 2 boxes. That's gonna last me until Tuesday, hopefully, along with the milk. So now I just need to sort through all of the stuff that is going to go downstairs, the stuff that I'm going to have up here, and the stuff I'm going to cook with. I'm already feeling myself getting a bit worn down. It's really bright in this corner of the kitchen, but I'm going to hear if my sister's done packing. She's going to a friend for the weekend, but yeah, I'm definitely going to need some help cooking-wise, but it's going to be fine. I was watching Harry Potter downstairs and I finished the 2nd movie. I started the 3rd, then delivery arrived. So now I'm up here, I'm gonna cook, which I've said for like 5 times already. And then when that's done, I'm probably gonna go back downstairs because it's really, really warm and I don't like it. Let's actually see. The thermometer out here shows it to be 36 degrees. Yikes, that is way too warm for me to function. So, chicken is done. I'm heating up these ones, which are adorable, as well as one for Mum, in the microwave. My cheating guacamole is done. Tastes amazing. Salad is all chipped, so it's dinner time. So I made my way outside. These are my little taco things. I picked up the blue one, and it's a beautiful day. I love the fact that it's a bit windy. We're in the side of the shade, which is nice, because in the direct sunlight it's like 40 degrees, which is way too warm for me, but I can handle 20 something with a bit of wind. So I'm going to take my glasses off for this because I need to have this here or else you won't be able to see me. I also need to really change my phone because this is like 8% battery. But I had a lovely time. I've literally been sat outside for like an hour watching Friends bloopers and stuff. I've never actually seen Friends the show. I've seen some episodes here and there, but I've never seen the whole show. A part of me, I don't know, I didn't like it when it was, like, it's still on TV technically because they do reruns of it constantly, But I have never really gotten into it. And I've been watching bloopers today, and I haven't laughed this much in ages. Like, I had to stop the video this morning because I was laughing so hard I couldn't actually tell what was happening on the screen. But I've now made it back downstairs. I'm trying to talk over what's going on the TV because it's I'm watching Prisoner of Azkaban, which is the number 3 film. And there's a trailer going on in front of it, which is the Polar Express, so it's kind of loud. But I've made my way downstairs. It's getting pretty chilly out on the side without the sun. On the side with the sun is actually kind of really warm and nice. But my eyes can't handle the bright light, so I've come downstairs to chillax, if you will, for a bit. I actually ended up finishing almost the entire bag of the blue corn nacho tortilla chips thing, whatever they're called. And it was really delicious. It tastes like regular tortilla chips, but it was good. So now I'm gonna watch Prisoner of Azkaban. One of the things they got wrong in my order, as I said, was chocolate. So I have sent them an email asking about it because it's not updated on my shopping list that it wasn't what I ordered, because normally they do that. They're really nice about that. If there's something that's out of stock, you can either pick them not selecting a similar item, or you can pick them selecting a similar item. I had them picking a similar item for me, but the chocolates wasn't one of those things on that list. I'm 100% certain you can hear the Harry Potter music in the background, so the whole thing might have to be refilmed, but so I sent them an email about that to either have them update that list so that the chocolates I got are on that shopping list, because I can't return anything to the store because I don't have a receipt for those chocolates because it's not on that list, if that makes any sense. And also the chocolates I got are cheaper than the ones I ordered, and I've been charged for the ones I ordered but not received. So if they can't refund me, I'm hoping that they will be able to, one, refund me the money difference between the two, because I paid for it. I've already paid for it. And two, update that list so that I will be able to return them, because I don't like the chocolates enough to keep them, unfortunately. Yeah, they're good, but I'm gonna have them literally in the cupboard for the next 6 months, because I can only have a little bit at a time because they're not that good. So I am cheating tonight. My stomach is already throwing a fit. So I'm getting some regular milk chocolate just to keep me over. They will answer me tomorrow, and I will... Now I can actually pause the film because it started by itself. I'll have an answer tomorrow. If I'm not able to return the chocolates, then that's what it is. But I'm hoping they will be able to refund me the money difference between the two. And I'll just pick up my regular chocolates when I can, and I will nibble these ones. It is what it is. I'm not terribly upset about it. What the heck are you doing on my arm? Can you see that, little one? What am I going to call you? It just flew away. I'm not terribly upset by it, but I was looking forward to chocolates and movies tonight. So I'm cheating. I'm going to kick myself for this in a couple of hours, because my stomach hates milk. It's one of the worst offenders, I like to call it them, with my stomach problems. Red meat and milk are on the top of the list. But right now, I just really want chocolate, and I can't be bothered to get my mum to drive me to a store so that I can pick up my proper ones, because I don't know which ones carry them anymore. If that store didn't have them, and I've seen at our local store as well, they didn't have them a couple of weeks ago. But I'm going to watch the film, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying whatever you're doing. If you're watching this, then I hope you like it. But so, the movie just ended. I'm back up in my room, and I started having some issues with my leg, walking the stairs and stuff. One of my legs, sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other, sometimes it's both. It varies. Both today and yesterday it's my right leg that doesn't... It feels weird, essentially. Like, it doesn't bend the way I want it to. Like, it bends at the knee where it's supposed to. But it doesn't bend enough when I ask it to, and it doesn't straighten out right away. So like walking up the stairs, you can imagine it's a bit tricky when you put weight on your leg when it's bent, meaning for it to straighten up as you move up to that step. And it just goes about halfway, so you're kind of stuck where you have to just force your knee completely straight. And I have a tendency to hyperextend my knee, so it will bend a little bit backwards, which isn't supposed to do. And whenever I have to force it, I'm always worried about hyperextending because it's not good for your joints. But I got up. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday I struggled walking because when I told my leg to lift up from the ground to walk a step, it wouldn't lift up properly, so I was like shuffling along the floor with one of my legs, and it's just so awful that it doesn't function the way it's supposed to, and it just frustrates me. I got an idea of a video. I kind of want to film like a sit down type video, but that still somewhat correlates to these vlogs, or at least my illness. And after my last doctor's visit, I was told to try and find ways to be independent, whether that was bringing a chair everywhere to sit on while doing other tasks or anything like that. Find a way to be I just said the word and I just forgot about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that word completely escaped me. I will leave it here if I actually remember it whilst editing. But I have found a couple of ways in which I'm able to be a lot more, I still can't remember the word, do stuff on my own, essentially, without needing as much help from others. Yes, there are still certain areas where I very much struggle doing a task without some sort of help from some other people, like grocery shopping, going anywhere that is my house, and stuff like that. I do still need help from someone else. But I've started claiming a little bit of this house as my own now, with ways that I can do things by myself that doesn't completely drain, exhaust me, and cause a crap load of pain. And I was wondering maybe to film about it, because yeah, one of those is the chairs that I have in the kitchen and in the bathroom. They are wonderful, and I'm excited to put. I still haven't assembled my desk chair for my room in here with wheels on it, because that's going to help a lot in my other bedroom. Because it has wheels, I can push myself around on it, and that's going to be a massive help. But I have a couple of other things as well that I've found make it a lot easier to be me, especially on days where I'm struggling a bit. So I was wondering maybe I should film a video of that. I don't know, at some point, but right now I'm going to watch some YouTube and eat something because I am starving. So it's pretty late, it's like 1:30 in the morning, and if there's one thing I think I've noticed after starting taking my new pills, is that I struggle so much with sleeping. I already have problems falling asleep, and I've been taking sleeping pills, which I tried 2 different ones, for about 4 or 5 years. Like, it's been a struggle, because I don't really get tired in the evenings. Because the light outside darkens, it gets darker outside essentially. The noise isn't as loud as it is during the day, and the weather cools. My body actually loves being awake at night. It basically loves existing because it's the perfect environment for me to feel content and for me to be able to essentially do stuff, because it's not too warm, it's not too bright, so I don't get headaches or a lot of pain behind my eyes and in my head, and it's not so warm that I literally feel like I am melting to the ground. So I've struggled with sleeping a lot, and I have no idea what it is. I know insomnia and sleep problems are like a symptom of fibromyalgia, and it's just so frustrating because I had my sleeping under control and it was normal for over a fucking year, and now it just isn't working anymore. And it's so frustrating because this seems to always be the case. It seems to be working fine, and I say that like it's a thing. I am sleeping fine for period of time, and then all of a sudden I'm not anymore, and it's just completely off. And I try to take my medication at the same time every single day and spend the time after that relaxing. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now as well, but it just isn't working. I suspect it could be because I have the light on, but that never bothered me before. Like, I had a period where I actually couldn't fall asleep in the dark. I had to have the light on in some capacity, and now it's just so frustrating because all I want to do is sleep. Like, I feel like my body is not getting enough sleep because I am more and more fatigued than I used to be. It's a mess, and I don't know what to do about it, to be honest, but I'm gonna try to go to bed. I'm hoping to be asleep by 3, because 2 is way too ambitious for me. That would mean turning off everything and lying staring at the ceiling for the next half hour, and that usually brings up a lot of pain for me. Weirdly enough, whenever I just lie there and not do anything, I get really bad twitches and pain in my legs, especially, where if I keep them still for too long, the pain becomes unbearable, and it twitches so badly my entire body just jerks up like that, and it's just a mess, and I have no idea what it is, and I end up becoming more awake by it. For some weird reason, trying to fall asleep gets me more awake if I am not at the point where I can barely keep my eyes open. And it's so frustrating because I've tried things that, like, the people who study sleep, all of my doctors that I've ever talked to, even physical therapists, have told me that shut off electronics an hour before bed. I've tried that, and it literally causes my brain to melt in a bad way. Like, right now I rely on electronics, especially YouTube, to keep my head occupied, to keep me thinking other things, because I always have to move a part of my body. If I lay completely still, my body will jerk, and it will be painful, and it will keep doing that until I start moving a part. So I usually just sit like this with my foot. So I'm like twitching my foot. If I'm watching something or reading something, I sort of forget that I'm moving my leg enough for me to be able to not do it. I still probably do it without thinking, because I have to do it or else I end up in a lot of pain. And I had the same problems when I did the mindfulness and stuff at the rehabilitation centre in March. Whenever we were told to just lie there and breathe, listen to, our breath, feel our breath in our body and just like that, I would end up in so much pain I could barely walk. I was almost crying walking out of the rooms, and it's so annoying that the things that are supposed to help just completely backfire. But everyone's body is different, everyone's body reacts differently to certain things, and because it works for one person doesn't mean it's working for the other person. That seems to have always been the case with me. With almost everything they've tried, nothing works the way it's supposed to on me. And the longer I stay awake as well, the more pain I end up in, and it starts at my legs. And right now it's really bad, but I don't think you're able to tell, because I can tell it doesn't translate on camera what my leg is doing behind me. Let's see if I can actually show you. I'm hoping that you'll be able to see what my leg is doing there, but it's essentially just doing this. I am no longer controlling it. I usually do this manually, if you will. I will do it on purpose because it keeps pain at bay, but there is a threshold, there's a point I come to where my body just takes over, and that point is usually accompanied with a crap load of pain that send me into tears, and this happen almost daily. Other things I've tried for sleeping, because I just went on a tangent with the computer thing, I've tried reading. I love reading to the point where I can stay up all night reading a book because I get so engulfed in it that I forget what time it is. I can sit reading for hours, and I will look at the time and I think, oh shit, I haven't eaten that in like 7 hours. Maybe I should try to eat. So that doesn't work, and I've been told to try and read boring books, but I don't own any boring books because I purposely don't buy them because I don't want to read them, you know? And if I buy a book that ends up being boring, I will give it away or sell it, or if possible, return it. I don't keep boring books. It just doesn't work for me. I've also tried walking around. Like, I've been told if you're lying for too long, let's say half an hour, and you can't fall asleep, don't lie there. Just get up and do something, like walk around a little bit, pick up a book or read something. I've tried that, but my problem is I don't walk very well. I struggle walking, especially at night. So whenever I have my midnight, or 3 a.m. usually, 4 a.m. wake up calls when my stomach is throwing a fit and I have really bad diarrhea and nausea, and I have to go to the bathroom and then go get food, I sometimes have to wake up someone else in the house because it's unsafe for me to walk down the stairs. That's how badly I walk, because I have no strength in my legs, and that happens at night and in the mornings. You should see me. I walk like a newborn calf. It's ridiculous. I will like stumble, I will walk sideways, I walk into things. I've been talking for 9 minutes, but I just feel so fucking frustrated that my body seems to be doing everything against me. I'm very thankful for the doctor I have, who's been kind and sent me all over the country to try and get some sort of help, but the pain right now is too much, and the sleeping problem causes me more exhaustion and more fatigue, and fatigue along with pain is my worst issues, along with, you know, with all of my stomach problems, diarrhea, food intolerances, nausea and all that stuff coming in at the third, and everything else sort of just falls in line. But I mean, there's no wonder my body is so fatigued when I am in this much pain. Like, I'm daily in pain, where I could cry so easily if I let my guard down. Like, I've been told that I am not a relaxed person. Like, I went to a physical therapist who had to see how tense I was. So she did various tests with various parts of my body, and I'm really tense. I'm not like, you know, I don't have my shoulders up under my ears. But I am tense with my body, especially with my legs, especially with my arms, because those are the areas where pain often hits me hard, to the point where, like, I can't keep my legs still. I've been trying for the last 5 minutes to keep my legs still, and it doesn't work, and if I try, it just hurts. There's no wonder, you know, that I'm tense, because I have to physically try to keep my hands still and my legs still, because they're shaking from pain. And it's not that long ago since I took paracetamol either, and it does nothing. Like, I've eaten through at least half a fucking box since I got it not too long ago, and it does nothing. Like, it does a little bit for when my pains aren't super bad. Like, when my pains are at the manageable level, which is a 5 or below, it does a little bit. If it's above that, it does nothing. I don't notice a difference at all. But I still take it because placebo effects and shit. So maybe it will work. I don't know. I'm hopeful that every time I take it, it's going to offer me some relief. But the relief is minuscule at best. So there's no wonder, you know, that my body is so tired and that I'm so exhausted and fatigued when I'm this tense and when I have this much trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. I just think my body's exhausted. And that thought terrifies me. Because what if I die? I spent a lot of time when I first got sick worrying that I was going to die. Because I think that's just a natural instinct you have when all of a sudden you're barely able to stand on your feet, you're sleeping for 20 fucking hours a day, and you can't do anything the way you used to. You kind of go, what the actual fuck is going on with me? what's happening? Am I dying? What's going on? And nothing. That none of the tests my doctor took came back with anything being wrong, which all just ended up giving me more fucking questions. And even now with the diagnosis that isn't terminal, you know, fibromyalgia, it's not gonna kill me. I'm gonna die eventually, everyone does, but it's not gonna kill me. I get so scared, you know, on really bad periods like this. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I have rambled for way too long, so I'm sorry about that. And then my hands stopped working. I'm sorry about rambling, but I need to vent. I need to get my thoughts out there, and right now this is the only place. So, thank you for watching if you stayed through the whole thing, and I will see you again tomorrow, hopefully.